Welcome back to EvoYOUtion. New Year, New Me is the title today, man. What we do today basically, man, is we really want to hit you guys and provide some real value. And we want to understand really why people set goals and don't really achieve them, because we've all been there. I've been there. A lot of you guys probably going to start the gym this week and then not go after the next 2 months. And do you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what happens. That's the kind of vibe that, you know, that tends to happen when we set goals. So we kind of want to break it down for ourselves and also for you guys, and understand why is it? Is it a mindset? Is there some sort of psychology in it? Like, do you know what I mean? So
well, I think it's evident that we must start on the fact of like 80% of New Year resolutions actually fail by the second week in Feb.
That's mad.
Which is crazy when you really check it. And I've been there myself when I've said, right, this year I want to do this and do that, and it slowly just starts to fizzle out and it kind of loses its importance. When you think of what a resolution means, it means that you want to resolve something.
Yeah, definitely.
So to resolve something, you've identified something within your life that you wish to change. Now, if you can't see it through, then how important was it? I think we need to realize, what drives us to set new goals?
Right, man. To be fair, I really do believe that people start after the year wrong, get it?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I probably said it before, man. Like, most of the time, we have all these goals that we set. We're going to start a business this year, or we're going to excel and scale our business, or we're going to start eating meat, we're going to start drinking, get healthy. Most of the time, where are we? At 12 o'clock when they've got a club. We're normally in a club, you know what I'm saying? You're normally popping bottles, or, whatever you're doing. Now, we're not saying not to enjoy yourself, but you know what I'm saying? You have to start strong. Do you know what I mean? And even, better yet, to be honest with you, do you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even just be the new year. We're setting goals. Setting goals is a daily thing.
So that was going to be my point. So I've spoken with a few individuals around kind of their goals for the new year. And a lot of the goals that they've kind of come to me and said were things that they've said to me within like kind of November, October, the back end of last year. And my only question to that would be is, if it's something that is so important to you, why would you wait?
Nah, 100%, man. Like I said, man, literally, obviously, I'm a guy that sets goals in it, goals, because the thing is, you can't walk around every single day without a plan of action. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how most of the time we end up getting sucked into things that we don't even want to do, or be in places we don't want to be, because we haven't got a deliberate plan. You do have your thought process, and your mindset does have to be deliberate with these kind of things.
And I think when we're setting goals, there's a reason why we're setting goals. I think when you set a goal and you achieve that goal, it kind of defines growth. It defines kind of progress.
100%.
And as human beings, we kind of strive to kind of better ourselves, to kind of progress within life. So whereas we may set goals that we don't achieve, I think it's important to realize that when we are setting these goals that we're not achieving, how much do they actually mean to us?
No, 100%, man. And I think that is really key. Having goals that we have emotional attachment to. Do you know what I'm saying? It gives you that drive a little bit more. Like I said, I always tell people a lot of the times, you have to have a big reason why.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just say, I want to make 100 grand this year, and there's no emotional attachment to it. Okay, so why do you want? I think there's a formula. I think if you ask yourself 4 times why, you'll end up knowing what the real reason is. So, okay, for instance, you want to buy a house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you want a house?
Yeah.
Because you want somewhere nice to stay.
Okay.
Why do you want somewhere nice to stay? Because it's going to provide a safety net for my family.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is it going to provide a safety net for my family? Do you know what I'm saying? And when you start asking why, and you break these goals down, you will find the real emotion.
So would you say, because when you really look at kind of the New Year resolution, they're quite generic. It's either I want to lose weight, I want to make money, I want to stop eating meat, or I want to. So do you feel like we're kind of setting goals for the sake of setting goals, rather than actually setting goals that are personalised to what we want in our life?
You just hit it on the head. That is exactly what we do. We just set these generic goals. We want to lose weight. But why is it you want to lose weight? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And half of the time, if you keep asking why, you'll realise maybe because you experienced a death in the family.
Okay.
Where someone had a heart attack because of unhealthy habits and little things like that. So it's really about finding that goal that that kind of almost makes your hair stand up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? On your arms and stuff like that.
So really, we have to first. What I take from that is we need to identify goals that are personal to us.
Yeah.
So mean something to us. And
Yeah,
I know
of course.
we've got things planned for kind of next episodes that we'll go into a bit more detail and around that. But first and foremost, that goal's got to be your own.
Exactly. You just saying, I'm going to start gym because I want to lose weight, isn't good enough. Do you know what I mean? How much weight are you trying to lose? Do you know what I mean? What's the lifestyle you're trying to live in the next how many years? Do you know what I mean? Like, your goal has to be a future thing, innit? And when you're waking up every day and you're reviewing it, if you know you got that emotional attachment to your goal, or you know you've got that deep reasoning why, that will push you through every day. So you might not quit on, you know, the second week of February, like you said, 80% of people do. Do you get what I'm saying?
And I think, you know what, it's interesting because the way I see it is, and I've touched on this a bit earlier, is that when we're setting these goals, we're actually trying to create progress.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not to kind of disregard that the initial point of kind of wanting to better yourself isn't there. I think that is essential, that's important. So if you've got that and if you decided that, you know what, I want to make a commitment to myself to achieve something, then you're on the right path. But then we kind of move into the kind of that territory of accountability and being responsible, and ultimately when we're looking at goals and we're looking at things where we're trying to break out of habits that we've kind of had for years and years, these things that have been embedded into our lives that are kind of just naturally take their place. So it's not as easy as waking up in the morning and saying, right, I'm dedicated to this, because for the last 365 days and probably longer, you've been used to doing something different. So 100%. A goal isn't something that you can just identify and expect to achieve. I think we kind of we misinterpret and kind of misinterpret the work that goes behind actually a goal. The goal is just literally words, but to kind of to push through and to kind of, you know, to have that resilience, because it's not to say that there might be one day, say for example, like one of mine was to say that giving up meat. So it's not to say that, right, come February, that I might not go to my nan's house and she might have cooked something that really appeals to me, and that I haven't been drawn in and I've been accidentally just put my hand into the pot and took it. And then, so does that then end the goal? Have I failed it from there? Or is there a point that I can then kind of redeem myself and to continue through? Because what I think may happen is, and I might be wrong, is that when we've set a goal and we've gone through it, but yet we've kind of failed.
You don't pick it up.
You don't pick it up. And why don't we pick it up? Is it kind of like that kind of, you be embarrassed to yourself, like, oh, sugar, I shouldn't have done that, and kind of fall back into them old habits? Or
it kind of it kind of goes to understand, it's like, okay, failure's not okay. But failure's okay. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, failure's not really okay, but it is okay. Like you gotta understand, in any journey that you do, you literally are going to fail.
Very true.
You're going to keep failing. And listen, when I do a lot of work at schools and stuff, man, I'll use a simple example. Like when you was a baby, or when you was a kid, or you was growing up and, you know, your parents were putting you on your bike and you kept falling over on your bike, you know what I'm saying? When you was on them stabilizers, to get to the big bike, you had to keep falling over, getting up, dusting off your knees and keep going. And it's the same in life. Like, it is about, listen, they say that, you know, the only mistake is not learning from your mistakes.
Okay,
You know what I'm trying to say? So the only way you're going to grow, especially if you're new to something as well, if you're setting a goal that's going to completely take out your comfort zone, like you said, you most likely are going to come across these failures. But it's really about analysing, reviewing them failures, picking up and keep going. So you're allowed to fail, you need to understand that.
So what I'm getting in from this, correct me if I'm wrong, is that kind of a goal is not something that you make a commitment to yourself. It's not words, it's more of a journey. It's more of a journey. And that you need to kind of learn to enjoy the experience of a goal and failing. And it's kind of what defines you is the point of when you do fail or you don't kind of commit to your goal, is how you come back.
Definitely.
So that could necessarily be the reason why a lot of people do fail Feb, because Feb they've kind of dropped off. But because they're willing to kind of see it as a journey, they're just seeing it as a kind of a, you know, I've made a contract to myself that I'm not going to eat meat. As soon as they vet meat, that kind of just, you throw it in the bin. Rather than say, right, okay, I've eaten meat, I'm supposed to be vegan. Why? What drew me to eat this meat? Did I put myself in an environment where I should have, etc., etc.? And then you can kind of use that information, as you said, as a bit of a kind of, right, I know for next time, boom, I'm going to not do as such.
Well, like you said, man, like before the goal there, you have to have the vision, really, innit? True. So there is no goal without the bigger vision.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So really, you want to have that vision, and then you want to break that vision down into goals until you reach that vision. So that means there is a journey.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then it's about breaking it down step by step. Like you said, yeah, you just saying, listen, I want to lose weight this year. It's too generic. There's nothing in that. There's no meaning in you saying the words. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You say, listen, this year I'm going to lose X, Y amount of Z, a specific number, and then saying, because I want to help because say if you got something, you know, like a bad, I don't know, say you got, you know, something like X-Man, for instance, yeah, and you want to clear up your skin, and you know that you have to eat certain foods. You know what I'm saying? So you have to associate bigger things with it and then break it down. So then you set that goal, and then you get that goal, then you break it down monthly. Maybe if you're starting off, do small wins in it and celebrate them small wins as well.
Yeah, I was about to say
that's something that I don't do often, and you know that I should do a lot more.
Yeah, I think
celebrate small wins.
I think we should definitely be championing our successes, and I think with a lot of the times we can be very hard on ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Where if we do kind of fail, or not necessarily fail, but kind of not hit the heights that we anticipated first and foremost, that we're kind of so hard on ourselves, like, oh man, and it's really quite disheartening. And I think as human beings, we really like a bit of praise, and especially external praise, where someone's saying, oh, you done a good job there, or well done. It makes you feel good. But how many of us, I suppose, are praising ourselves? So how many of those individuals that made it through to February actually within January actually said to themselves, you know what, I've made it a month, well done, congratulations, well done on this commitment to yourself, and kind of allow themselves to see it more as a kind of a seamless transition, where they will identify that there will be times where it may be difficult, but because they believe in what they've set, that goal they've set so much, they're willing to kind of see it through kind of the ups and downs of.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, especially like, you know, even in the industry that we're going into, and you know, like, you know, providing value for you guys, you do hear a lot of these, you know, YouTubers, you know, all these people, and, like, you can't sleep, you gotta keep, like, it's not like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, especially in entrepreneurship, I'm a man that has, you know, that has tried, you know, been on an entrepreneur journey for a very long time, and I've realised that there is a lot of nonsense around the stigma of being an entrepreneur. You know, you can't sleep, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of hard work, and like I said, there's many failures and obstacles that will come your way, but like you said, setting a goal and celebrating small wins is crucial, and that's something like I'm trying to adopt now as well.
Yeah, and I think it's about balancing it out, because you've got that flip side of where you said, right, you can't sleep, but then you've got the other individual might be like, oh, don't worry about it, it's okay if it's in the plan, and you think about it in your head and you close your eyes and say in front of the mirror with the lights off, then it will happen anyway. So that kind of almost kind of doesn't even give you that kind of accountability, or that kind of that necessary kind of hard work attitude that to allow you to push through. Exactly. So I think it's about kind of finding the balance where right, it's not going to become easy, but you don't need to be. You don't need to punish yourself for any of your failures, and kind of meet yourself in the middle and kind of resonate with why you've chosen this goal. A lot of the goal that you've set for this year, right now, think, why have I chosen this goal? Ask yourself 4 questions, 4 times, like Cordell said, 4 times why. Write it down, write those 4 reasons why.
Yeah, definitely, that's important, man. Like I said, the reason why will always push you through.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm trying to say? And even like you said as well, man, like, you know, celebrating them small wins as well is going to show you that you're progressing.
Yeah.
And progress equals growth, right?
Yeah, progress and growth and progress is happiness.
Exactly, and it's a lot of things, man. So I think really tracking, you know, setting a goal for the year, being specific as well. Like I said, you want to know every detail about that goal, and you want to write it down, yeah. And then after that, you want to break that goal down into, you know, okay, for the week, what am I going to do towards the week, you know, for these 5 goals as well, for these goals that you've set. You want to break it down into like week and then into your day, and then you want to celebrate whether it's each month. You know, if I've achieved X, Y, and Z this month, I'm going to, you know, take my partner to X, Y, and Z and have a bit of fun with it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because then you're going to know you're progressing and you're having growth, and I think that's the main thing as well.
And one thing I can say, now I'm not sure if you do, but if you have kind of a supportive network around you, and you're all kind of on this kind of goal setting, share it amongst yourselves and hold each other accountable for, and kind of how you're getting on. And if you notice that so and so your friend who's told you a goal that they are slipping up, rather than kind of behind their back say and look down on them. Encourage them. As much as you encourage yourself, encourage other people, expect those to encourage you. And come on, we've got to work together here, and this is what EvoYOUtion is about. It's about us coming together to really identify how we can become better people, how we can kind of reach self-mastery and achieve our goals, achieve our dreams, and to really kind of enjoy a success of life.
Yeah, definitely, man. And listen, if you cannot or feel comfortable with sharing your goals with your friends, you need to get a new set of friends.
Yeah.
Really and truly as well. And that's probably a whole nother topic. We might not even touch that right now. But for real though, like if you feel like you can't talk to your friends about goals, because you got two sides of it as well, which I'll just touch real quick. Like, you know, you can't talk about global goals or, you know, big dreams with, you know, local people that want to just have these little, like, that want to gossip about certain things. Or you do have to elevate, and, you know, you have to separate to elevate is what I'm trying to say. Ideally as well. So like you said, sharing your goals, like me and you share our goals and it's fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I've got someone that I can go to that can share and understand and give me the feedback.
And it's to point out from my earlier point, if there's certain things that I've told Cordell and I'm not doing it, he will feel no way but to pull me up about it. So and that's essential at the time. Don't get me wrong, at the time, this geezer's talking. But it's important, it's needed, because it keeps us on our journey.
And holding each other accountable.
Most definitely.
But yeah, man, listen, new goals, new year, new me. I think what we've really got out of today really is, you know, setting goals in an effective way and having an attachment to your goal as well. Like, what's your reason why? Don't just set generic goals. I think that's important.
I think not being so hard on yourself, understanding that setting a goal is actually a journey and it's not kind of an overnight success. We need to create new habits which take time. So to be a bit light on yourself, kind of congratulate yourself on some of your achievements. If you make it through to February, let's champion your success to making it for February. And if you find that you slip off, get back up, as Cordell said, on the bike. If you drop off that bike, you jump back on the bike. It's simple, and you keep going.
Because imagine this then, if you are on your goal and your journey and you're still on it at March, you've already beat this. You know what I'm saying? You've already 8%. You've already beat the 80%. You know what I'm trying to say? So you're in a whole new bracket now. So these are the little things you really want to start celebrating as well.
Alright then. So anybody that's watching this that has set a goal, our task, let's see where we are at in March. And if we make it to March, then we've overcome 80% of the world population.
That's mad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Yeah?
Alright. Alright, thank you.